Hi, I'm Daniel Foley, and I wanted to talk about something that we started to do in our gym every year in the fall, which is we do something called a Play Like a Kid Again Day. And it's a day when you come in and we have the clients come in and they play games like hopscotch and dodgeball and double dutch jump rope and all these games you played when you were a kid. And it's a fun day where you come in and play games, but it also serves some other purposes as well. So, you think about kids, the Bible talks about, Jesus says that the kids actually have all the secrets. Unless you become like a little child, you can't get into the kingdom of God. So we can learn some things from kids. So we talk about just in the health and fitness arena, you look at kids, they have amazing endurance. They can do some amazing things with fitness. I've watched my little girls, they'll run laps around the track at 4 years old. They'll run almost a whole mile and not even be tired at the end of it. They'll push themselves on a scooter around the track over and over and over again and not be tired. And they're amazingly flexible. They'll jump up and down off of boxes without any trouble. So one of the things that we try to do with this Play Like a Kid Day is we try to restore your ability to move like a kid again. Because if you can do that, you start to restore your youth. One of the biggest things we see as people age, they lose their ability to move like they did when they were a kid. Your muscles get tighter, you lose some of the strength, some of the elasticity in your body, and you can't play like a kid like you used to. So if we can restore that, it's one of the goals of our training that we do in the gym. If you can restore that, all of a sudden you feel better, you feel younger, you look younger, all kinds of good things happen. But I want to talk about in this video is some of the other things that we can learn from kids. Okay, so some things that we can learn from kids. So kids have fun. Kids have a lot of joy. Recently I've been teaching a couple days a week. I've been teaching a couple classes of PE at one of the local private schools, and I got elementary school kids and we're doing PE, and those kids have fun. They get out there and they have fun. They have joy. When was the last time you just went out and you had fun? When you really went out and did something fun? The reason why we do this in the fall, this Play Like a Kid Again Day, we do it in the fall every year because it's harvest time. Harvest time is supposed to be a time of fun. It's supposed to be a time of joy. So when was the last time you have fun? Next thing is, kids are very present. They are aware of what's going on around them. They are present in the moment. They're not worried about money. They're not worried about what other people think of them. I got some middle school kids that we teach as well, and all of a sudden there's a transition point when they get into middle school. Now they're worried about what everybody thinks of them. But when they're little kids, they're not worried about that stuff. They're just out there, they're having fun, they're playing, they're not worried about all these other things, and they're present in the moment. So that's another question for you, is how present are you in your life? How present are you? Are you off somewhere in your mind? Are you worried about all the things that you've got going on? Are you thinking about the future? Or are you present in the given moment? And part of that is because kids are more present, they are more observant. Okay? You'll find that when you're around kids all day, they will pick out all these little things that you never notice because they are more present than you are. Okay? And they are more observant. They're going to pick out all these things. And kids are curious. They ask a lot of questions. They want to know how everything works. So my question for you again, to be like a little kid, how curious are you? How much learning are you doing? Are you really curiously searching out answers in areas that you are interested in, whether that's in your purpose or whatever it may be? Are you curious and asking a lot of questions? Okay, are you asking a lot of questions and searching for answers? You think about, I know my kids right now, well, why do you do that? Why is that? Why is that? Why? They ask a lot of questions that you wouldn't normally think of, and that's part of being like a little kid, is being curious and having that hunger to want to learn and to grow and to do things better. Next part is faith. Like I said, unless you have faith like a little child, Jesus says, you can't get into the kingdom of God. You got to have faith. Faith, you got to believe. So kids believe. You tell them something, they believe, and they'll hold you to it even. Hey, you said, Daddy, you said you were going to do that at so-and-so time or whatever it was. Kids believe. They believe, and they have a great levels of faith. So think about some of these things, and how can you apply them into your own life? When was the last time you had fun? You had some joy. When was the last time you had fun? How can you be more present and stop worrying about what other people think, all the past stuff, all the stuff going forward in the future? How can you be more curious and grow more and be more observant by being more present? And finally, increase your faith by just believing like a little kid that, hey, anything is possible. Sometimes we get pretty skeptical as we get older, but how can you be like a little kid and just say, you know what, anything is possible, and kind of go from there. So that's a little bit on this Play Like a Kid Again Day. We'll be doing it at our gym here. We'll be doing it in October here, coming up pretty soon. So it's something fun that we do every year.